Welcome to another episode of Bumpin' the Night Society presents Exploring Your Society. Tonight we have a very special guest on, the one and only Applejack the Asshole, Pittsburgh Tiger King, Buffalo Tom Barker. What's up, Tom?
What's up, man?
Tom in the house.
We also have Philip K. guest hosting tonight also.
I'm very honored to be a part of the Cool Kids group, aka Sean's short, bald sidekick.
So I guess the first question, Tom, is how'd you get involved with the paranormal?
I don't know. I guess I probably didn't really get into it or had any experiences till I was in my 20s, which was maybe 30 years ago. And a buddy of mine actually was looking up on shit on the internet, and he's like, "Oh, we should try this ghost hunting thing." And I said, "I'm game." So back then, I actually had like a cassette recorder with a Max L90 in it, and like a handheld microphone, an external one. And I went to this old German cemetery at the end of my street, and I actually got an EVP that says, "Here we go." And, I was kind of buying a house in Brookline at the time. And I guess that's kind of how it all started.
That's awesome, man. And how long have you been doing it for, you said?
Probably 25 years now that I think about my age. I keep saying like 15 and 20, and then I'm like, holy shit, you're old, dude.
Oh, that's awesome. Could you see yourself doing this for a lot longer? And like, is this definitely one of those main passions that,
Well, I've been having health issues. I'm sure you guys know. I'm going to do it as long as I can. But I don't want to be out there like 80 years old in a wheelchair and, nah.
We'll get one of those little backpacks. We'll strap you on and carry you around.
A big fanny packy.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
So when did you first get involved with a team, or like, did you start off by yourself at first, or?
Well, me and my brother both bought a house at the same time. We actually moved the same day. And I started having things happen in my place. He was having things, and it kind of snowballed from there. I would tell him what happened. He would tell me. And, we decided to start a team. And, we did that for 20 years, maybe.
How many members were on your team? Like, I know Vicky and Earl, and I know the one guy from Eddie too. Was there? I never really knew who else was on
there. Luke kind of joined later on when he got a little older.
Okay.
Then we had another guy, Randy Gouton, who actually got killed this year on a motorcycle. He hit a deer.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Sorry about that, man.
No, it is what it is, but but that was basically it.
Okay.
That's crazy. How, aside from like being a part of the, paranormal teams that you have been, a member of, do you ever like decide to like, do you ever like do certain like areas just out of the leisure, out of like, just, well, I'm bored. Let me see if I can look up something and check it out kind of thing. 'Cause I've done that before in the past.
I mean, not really on my own. Usually we go as a team, or, I'd have somebody with me. Not that I was afraid to go by myself, but, just something to do.
Hey, it's always nice though, because it's like, doing something like this, because there's the amount of places that there are to explore, like even on your own, is insane.
Right.
You just look them up on Google and it's just like, wait, this is down the road for me? What?
Yeah. There was, go ahead.
I was going to say, what's some of the locations you did with PPI?
We did a lot of private homes. We did that, trying to think, Ledger Cemetery.
Okay.
On Ledger Road. I think it's at 22 somewhere. But anyway, it's like a small old cemetery, and beside it, there was a field. It was an Indian burial ground. And like in the middle of the field, it was kind of wet and like nothing would grow there. It was kind of weird. And
Right.
we did that, trying to think what it's called. Anyway, but we went to Gettysburg a couple times a year.
Okay.
You know, we actually did a home down there. You know, a lady called and she's like, my house was a Civil War hospital at the time. And I guess on the second floor, they would take the wounded soldiers and do amputations and throw the arms and legs out the window into the yard. And I kind of remember standing under that window and looking up, and I'm like, that's some pretty weird shit, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, what was your most intense personal experience whenever you were with PPI?
I know we went to a house where an older lady was raped and murdered in the entryway. Oh, and I guess it sat vacant for a few years. And then some younger woman bought it, had a couple kids. And she would say she would hear noises up in the attic and this, that. And, I always gave people my personal cell phone number, and they would call me like 3 a.m. and be like, I just heard this noise up in the attic and whatever. But anyway, so I went up in the attic, and back then I was kind of provoked a lot of shit. And I'm like, quit fucking with this family and like do something to me. I said, I was calling it a pussy and all kinds of shit. And all of a sudden I had this burning sensation on my back. Yeah. And I went down and I was actually bleeding. I guess something attacked me or got pissed off. And that was a pretty intense experience.
So was that
experience? What's that?
No, you go ahead.
No, there's another place we did. I guess this lady was like 4 foot tall. I don't know what nationality she was, but she would like speak in tongues and do all kinds of weird stuff. And they were actually staying in a hotel because they were afraid to go through the house. So we went there, and there's like 666 written in blood on the one wall. And I was like, and I kind of questioned it. I'm like, she's like, well, we tried washing it off a couple times because it looked like, I don't know, belonged. Anyway, I guess it kept showing up. And that was kind of weird. And then we had the demon llama lady.
I was going to bring that up, actually. Why don't you tell people about that one?
Oh, man. What's this demon llama lady?
All right. So this woman calls me probably like 3 a.m. and she says, I just seen a demon llama in my room. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, I seen a llama with glowing red eyes. And I'm like, she really caught me off guard. I didn't know what to say. And, talked to her several times on the phone. We ended up going up there. She was in Greensburg. And we did an investigation. Didn't really find much, but the one thing we did find is she had like a real high EMF reading in her house. Like if you would put your EMF detector on a wall, it would spike to red. Mm-hmm. And it was like an older place that she rented. And I know I've read that like EVP can cause, hallucinations and all kinds of stuff. And I don't know. But, I started researching Greensburg itself. Or no, it wasn't Greensburg. It was where'd they have a big flood?
Johnstown.
Yeah, it was Johnstown.
Okay.
And I started reading up on Johnstown because she was like right in the middle where the flood hit. And they found like hundreds of people in the streets and dead, and it's kind of weird. And they actually have like big burial mound of people they just found in the street up there somewhere,
Yeah.
which I'd like to check out. I never checked that out, but
Yeah, it's not too far actually from Windburn, you know, where Grand Midway was. Like you go right through Johnstown to get there. I know,
Right.
like where their incline and all that is supposed to be haunted over in Johnstown.
What's it called?
Where the incline is in Johnstown, that's supposed to be really haunted, I've heard.
We should check that place out.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be pretty cool. I'm still laughing at Demon Llama. That must have been one hell of an acid trip. Holy hell.
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty crazy. But actually, I went up in the attic, right? She's like, I've never been up there.
Yeah.
And whatever. And you know how I am. I try to take something from everywhere I go.
Yes, you do. Oh my
I
God.
got this wig up there, right?
Got her weave.
Wrapped around the original face of the house and shit. And I'm like, man, I got to take that with me. So that's from the Demon Llama lady.
So you wonder why you have health problems, Tom, taking all these cursed objects from everywhere.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you actually take
I've actually been told that, you know, with all these health conditions, all these places I've gone to, some attach themselves to me and shit. And I'm like, nah, I don't buy that, but whatever.
I've always been a bit of a cynic when it comes to like attachments sometimes. I don't know.
You should have your friend read him, Phil, because he wasn't at Inspiration Karma, since he wasn't at Inspiration House, you know?
Yeah, Tom, you would love my friend Karma. She's amazing. She's really good. She's I've known her for like 5 years, I think, something like that.
What does she do?
She does, you know, she's an empath. She does, you know, readings and stuff. You know, it's awesome, and you know, and just to listen to her is just amazing. She just has that voice. You know, it's awesome, and she actually helped us out a lot at the Inspiration House, and because we, you know, we were a little freaked out. Kind of in the
let's be real. Phil was a little freaked out.
You're not wrong.
Don't put me in that box, Phil.
But you know, it's just
so what freaked you out? I wasn't there. What freaked you out?
I got a little bit of the heebie-jeebies whenever we were talking to a trickster, and I guess they were asking, "Is this Emily?" And the flashlight tightened up to make the flashlight go on, and I was just like asking Sean, "Is Emily somebody we should be worrying about?" And then everybody said, "Well, it's this supposed malevolent entity that followed us from Bel Air." I'm like, "Oh crap!" Mm-hmm. But it was a trickster that we were apparently dealing with, so I was a little bit more relaxed. And hey, I had a bit of a wuss moment. We all get those. Yeah. I mean, now I learned my lesson not to freak out so much. So I didn't really freak out. It was just more like, oh God, you know.
So we're gonna have Phil do it.
I have this girl in Mississippi I talk to all the time, and I can send her a picture of a location that we're going to, and she can actually like give me names and all kinds of stuff just by looking at the picture.
Oh, cool, man.
Right on, man. I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah, that'd be freaking awesome, man. It's yeah, like I know the Ohio State Reformatory that we're going to. Are we going to be doing like any investigations there, or is it just going to be like the regular parapsychon and stuff?
Well, I think Tom and Luke are going to do the walk on Friday night because I can't make it. And April, I think, was going to print the tickets out for you guys.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I mean, the thing only goes till I think 5 or 6, so maybe you know, Saturday night we could do something if we could find something local. Maybe, I don't know.
That'd be pretty fun. Yeah.
Why don't we just go hit the bar and have a few?
I broke my 3 months of no alcohol.
Oh, nice. I want to have a drink with you, Phil.
Yes, I'm down. It's, I only do it on special occasions, not only special occasions. But hey, I'm always down for a little bit just to, you know, relax. And yeah, I can't wait for that place. I mean, I saw photos of the inside and the front. I'm like, this is beautiful. And I assume they always have it there. I guess that's a regular thing.
Yeah, I think it's annually. I don't know how long it's been going on, but I think at least for a few years now.
Okay.
Well, they're having some celebrity ghost hunt thing that costs money to.
Yeah, that's Saturday night. And I know it's like Ghost Brothers, Chip Coffee, I think Amy Bruni, Steve Gonzalez. Is that how you say his name? The dude from Ghost Hunters? I forget.
Yeah, I think that's how you say his name.
Yeah, I know they're supposed to be doing that. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Be awesome meeting them. There's gonna be a lot of people there too. I saw all the slots. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
We're number 50 on the vendor list. If anybody comes out.
Yes. If you need any help trying to find out where the table is, look for the bald dome and the shining of the ceiling. That's when you know you're going the right way. So
I was actually thinking about, I don't know if we're allowed to do this, but I was thinking actually maybe have Bumpy walk around a little bit too and like try to bring people over.
Oh. Although I think that might be a little tough only because it's really hard to see out of that thing sometimes. We can give it a shot.
Well, we'll have a handler. I mean, there's 6 of us, so we'll probably have somebody handling Bumpy.
Oh my god, I'm confused.
Between the one guy to one guy 6'4" and me with the cowboy hat, we should be somebody sick at.
Oh man, what did I get myself into? No, I love playing Bumpy. He's one of my favorite characters now. It's so fun. I love it. I'm happy to be the mascot. I feel important. Oh man.
So what's your favorite place, Tom, you ever been?
I don't know if I have a favorite. I've had, like I was locked in Montville Penitentiary, which we're going through later on this year. And that was a really cool place. And, the Bel Air house was definitely cool. I can't say I really have a favorite because I like them all. You know what I mean? It's not like I ever go anywhere and not have a good time.
Yeah, for sure.
And, like Lake Shawnee was cool. I wouldn't say a lot happened there, but just the experience and the history and.
Yeah, just camping and cooking out and hanging out. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, have a beer, whatever, fall out of the
the Ferris wheel.
Yeah, I fell out of the Ferris wheel, but that was kind of my fault.
Oh, that's funny. I want to go to Lake Shawnee really bad.
No, I'd definitely go back. It was a pretty cool place.
Yeah, for sure.
That's amazing.
Got to bring the golf cart next time, though.
Golf cart. Uh-oh. Is there a story behind that?
No, just the place is so big that it was hard to like get around. At least if we wanted to go like up to where like the burial ground and all that was, we had to all pile in the cars and drive up there, and it'd just be easier if we had something like that. I mean, I have golf carts up camp. I should just rent a trailer and take it out there one of these times.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah, I would love to do that. It's funny because like on my downtime at work, I still do try to look up different types of haunted places, all over the state of Pennsylvania. And I was telling you, Sean, during our last podcast interview of the one place that I went to whenever I was with Oakmont Paranormal, and it was the Gibson House that I was actually a guest at with, the girl I was dating back when, and it was a beautiful home. It was like 3 stories tall, and there was apparently a malevolent entity that was on the 3rd floor. I mean, nothing really happened as far as I can tell, but the place was beautiful. I think it was in Jeannette, Pennsylvania. Or no, okay. I'm sorry, Jamestown. Yeah, it was nice. It was like 5 years ago, I think we went. It was me and Emily. We went, and it was with like Drake and all them. And it reminded me of Grand Midway a little bit, except warmer. But
I think outside was warmer at Grand Midway.
You know what? I was gonna say that too. It actually felt comfortable. It's just like because it was more spread out. The wind actually had places to go. It wasn't like everything was all cramped in on you. But I'd still think Grand Midway was one of my favorite places I've ever been to.
Well, did you
a cool place inside, just walking around seeing all this shit? It's pretty cool.
Did you see that Grand Midway actually, we're busy this weekend, but they had a team back out and they were actually only charging like $50 a night.
Holy crap.
Yeah. I saw them post. Wow. Blair posted something today.
Wow, $50 a night.
Yeah, just for like a room, because usually it's $100 a room, but
Fuck, I charge more than that.
Yeah.
Tom, are you running an escort service?
Talking about that, we got to get those bump in the night condoms made that Tom wants.
Oh my god!
I thought that was a good idea. I was sitting there, I'm like, man, we should keep bumping the night condoms because I wouldn't want to put one of them on.
For sure.
Oh my lord!
That bumpy passing those up.
Shit ever.
Bumpy can blow them up and pass them out to people.
Can use them as like balloon animals.
Why is this so sticky for? What are you talking about? All sticky? This wasn't my idea. You know what, kids? You have to, if you want to have safe intimacy as a ghost paranormal investigator, buy your bumpy or buy your Bump in the Night Society. I can't even talk. I love you guys. Seriously, that's great. Oh gosh. Yes, we are filterless people. So get used to it. Oh god, we're gonna lose so many viewers, or probably gain a lot of viewers after this one.
We'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh man. Yeah, it's I just can't wait for that place too. And the amount of like possibilities, because like we're still a youngish team. When we've only actually been like a team now for how many months now? Like 5 or something, 6, something like that. So it's yeah, just the amount of like I was actually even telling Sean, like the amount of stuff I've done this year alone, and it's only May, is insane. I never would have imagined, and especially last year too, ever since becoming a part of something like this.
Right.
Well, I know. What's that?
That lovely castle should be pretty kick-ass too. I always wanted to go through a castle.
Oh fuck yeah! Is that the one Loveland place that we're doing?
Yeah, in Ohio.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
Which that check cleared, so they cashed the check. I tried like emailing them back and seeing what the hell's going on with, like a receipt, but I never got anything. So hopefully they send me something. But I mean, it's paid.
Yeah. What part of Ohio is that in?
It's Loveland, Ohio.
Oh, it is actually Loveland, Ohio?
Yeah, it's the name of the town.
God, some of these towns, they sound made up. I'm like, like that slate bald paint that we actually passed on the way to Grand Midway. That was like weird.
Well, there's Blue Ball and Intercourse and all that in Pennsylvania. And
oh yeah. I think you said you've been to Intercourse, Pennsylvania, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been through Blue Ball too. I mean, it's all over. Like, if you're on the way to like Hershey Park or over that way, it's like on the way that way. Tom's on Blue Ball right now.
Tom, check your package.
Yeah. Be a good place to sell them condoms we're ordering.
Or would it though? I don't know if everybody's got Blue Balls.
You just reminded me. I started watching that Netflix TV show Schitt's Creek.
That's a good show.
Oh, the one episode where Eugene Levy's character buys the town and he wants to change the billboard because it has a picture of the owner bending his sister over in the pond. And he's telling Chris Elliott's character, you don't see something the matter with this? He's like, huh. Oh, okay. So then the next scene has an arrow with the text, "This is his sister, by the way," pointing at the actual woman over. I'm like, seriously? That just reminded me of the whole Blue Ball thing for some reason. I thought that was brilliant. That show's hilarious too. Oh my freaking god. Oh man. So Tom, question: since you've been doing this whole paranormal thing for a while, are you a fan of like horror movies and Halloween and all that stuff? Or
I watch very little as far as movies go. Some of the paranormal shows I'll watch a little bit here and there, but I'm not a big fan of those either.
Oh yeah.
Although I was I hate to say it, but that Zach Bagan was down in Gettysburg at that I guess the train yard or wherever it is. And they actually filmed like an apparition crossing the tracks. And I was down there and I literally just set my camera down, my camcorder, and I seen the exact same thing. I seen that apparition walk across the tracks. And I ran right at it and it was gone. I couldn't catch it, obviously. I don't know what I'd do if I would have caught it, but
you didn't get anything on film for it?
What's that?
I said, did you get it on film at all or no?
No, because I literally just shoved my camera off and I'm like, but that's like right by Gettysburg College and there's a lake there also.
Okay.
And they say that, many people drown in the lake and I don't know.
Oh,
I love Gettysburg. There's so many places down there to go.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Gettysburg too.
I have yet to go there, so I'm jealous of both y'all.
It's only not too far. It's like 3-4 hours or whatever.
We actually found a place called Suicide Bridge down there that has nothing to do with the Civil War, but I guess all the locals go and hang themselves on this bridge. And I was talking to a guy, he said he got pictures like, apparitions hanging from the bridge on ropes and shit. I'm like, that's pretty cool. But we went and it was actually raining and we didn't stay long, but definitely a place I'd like to go back to.
Now, have you been to, what is it, Sachs or whatever? I think it's Sachs Covered Bridge. I think that's like another known bridge.
Yeah, I've been on Sachs Bridge. When I first started going there, they put all this lighting and shit there. Now it's not the same.
Yeah.
I remember sitting there, it was like 2:30 in the morning. You could actually hear cannons going off. And my brother actually filmed like a full body apparition of a soldier running across the field down by Sachs Bridge. It's pretty awesome.
That's cool.
That's really cool, man. Heck yeah.
So what's your...
Oh, go for it. Sorry.
No, that's okay. So what's your craziest moment there, Tom, you've ever had paranormal wise?
I would say that thing at the Bel Air house. I mean, I've had a lot of weird shit happen, but that was probably the most intense because it totally caught everybody off guard, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
And I never really experienced anything like that. I've had things happen to me personally, but not somebody I was with. And, I remember like grabbing him after he started. We took him outside and I'm like kneeling in front of him, shaking, and I'm yelling at this whatever took him over. I'm like, get the fuck out of him. This is bullshit. And then we all went inside and, we had that thing with Garrett going on and they're all saying they seen that apparition going up the steps in a black mass. And after, that probably took an hour, maybe, for him to kind of snap out of the whole thing.
Yeah, I think he was still kind of messed up the next day, it seemed like, I thought.
And I said to my son, Luke, I'm like, well, let's go up in the attic. We won't take any equipment. We'll call it out, He's like, I ain't going up there. I'm like, well, I'll go up myself. So I kind of went up and they have that couch up there. And, I was sitting there, I had nothing with me. And I'm like, this is bullshit because he was kind of a friend and a teammate. I'm like, you can't just, start taking people over. I'm like, you're an asshole and this, that, and whatever.
Oh, man. Was there ever a place that you've been to that you heard was very active and not much went on the whole day or the whole night? Because, I mean, we've all been through that before, You get all excited for a certain place and then it's just like, dead still. You can remember.
Yeah, I mean, we like I said, we did a lot of homes and things where people would call me and this, that, and everything else. And then we might get a little bit of activity here and there. But, you're not guaranteed anything.
No, not at all. And that's the thing, too. Like, you can go to the most active place and it's just quiet because, It's not like, oh, there's people here, let's give them a good show kind of thing. You know, it's like, oh, there's people here. I'm tired. I'll let you guys have fun and take pictures. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. If ghosts get tired of like jumping out of walls and staring at
Yeah.
be like, man, I'm taking a night off.
Oh man, it's or like that new meme that like has been like circulating on Facebook whenever it gets really cold out. It's it's like a paranormal meme. It's like it's so cold even your ghosts are freezing outside, and it has like a bunch of icicles in the shape of a paranormal thing, and it's just like out there freezing to get its ass off. It's like let it in,
I think we've posted that on the page before. I know what you're talking about.
Yep, yeah, that was funny. That was really, really funny. I like that too. That's a cool thing, with being a part of something like this. You get to have fun, It's we're a bunch of freaking weirdos, and
For sure.
hey, I can't help but like get gassy on every damn paranormal trip. I'm tired, really, a little too fast. I yawn a lot. I'm aware. I'm sorry. Working at 9:30 to 6 shift, looking at computers all day gets to you. Oh man.
So Tom, if you had to pick a favorite piece of paranormal equipment, what would it be?
I would say my digital recorder, I think, is really my favorite because we have all those electronics, but I'm not convinced they all work unless something else is happening to coincide with, because we have all those spirit boxes, we got all that electronics, but you can't fake an EVP, you know what I mean? Or you can't interpret it as, well, this is, I don't know, I'd say my digital recorder.
Yeah. Would you say that you actually use that piece of equipment the most out of all the investigations you've done?
Well, it's small. You can carry it with you, Yeah, I would say it's pretty much with me at all times. And I'm not saying I have it running the time, but I definitely always have it on me.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of footage to go through for sure.
You know what? It's really funny because, like, I don't know what your guys' opinions are on some of these apps that are like you can get on, your app on your phone or whatever. Like how authentic or how helpful they are when it comes to doing investigations. I don't know what your thoughts are on those kinds of things, if they're legit or not. Or
I have a digital recorder downloaded on my phone, but it's just a plain recorder. Yeah. It's not a ghost app per se. Because I think, they can add whatever the hell they want on there.
Oh, yeah.
And program them so like every hour you hear a noise or you hear this or a voice. And I don't know. I really don't trust any phone apps. I mean, I use them, but I really don't.
I think when you get it hitting on more than one different thing, because there's been times where we've had to hit on the obvious, then hit on the phone, like something relevant. I mean, that makes a difference. That's even like I've talked about before. Like I've had my like dad's name said and stuff on them before, and like shit that like that app ain't gonna know,
Right.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, there's that one app. I don't know. It just has like a hand that shows up. I don't even know what it's called. Ghost
hunting tools.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like an Ovilus, I guess, and it spits out words. And I've had some pretty cool hits on that.
That's really cool. With like some of the investigations that we've been through recently, I know we're going to be doing that Dead Man's Hollow again. Did you have any personal experiences the last time we were there, whenever we had that big group together?
I actually wasn't there. I did
You were there the first time, Tom.
Yeah, first time.
Contacted, a couple years ago from this lady who asked us if we would like volunteer our time and go like 2 weekends. And the first weekend it freaking poured. It was miserable. The second weekend it was cold. So I didn't work out.
Yeah, that's a shame. That place is fun to go to, man. I love it. Yeah,
June 12th, we'll be there. 3 spots left. I'm always plugging something.
Wow. Damn, 3 slots left. We did good.
Yeah.
How many slots did we have open for that?
18 altogether. That's including investigators plus the crew. I mean, right now we would have 3 groups of 5. I was trying for 3 groups of 6, probably is what I'm trying for.
Yeah, that's
how you gonna do that? You just gonna take somebody? Because like when I did that one, you know, we had different stations. We had somebody down by the ruins. We had another group in a tunnel, and the people kind of just like rotated.
Yeah, that's probably what we're gonna do. And we'll have probably a group up on the witch's steps or whatever up there. And then I mean, we could even try maybe going back to where the factory was too, you know.
Right.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that place was great. I love going underneath that tunnel because we had a lot of experiences under there too. Especially whenever Sean and I were there with that one young couple. That was really cool.
I just hope the weather holds up for that too.
No, it's it's really funny. Like a lot of the places we've been to, the weather's either been extremely against us or kind of meh, you know. Like
always cold though. It seems like.
I know. Oh, I mean, not trying to bag on cold weather, but for the love of God. Oh.
Well, you got all that hair to protect you. What are you bitching about?
Shut up, man. That's funny. Oh man, I'm just happy that it's getting towards the summertime and all that stuff, and like Inspiration House felt great. I freaking darn mine, we were all freezing our asses off, and that place is beautiful. I'd go there in the dead of winter. Actually, that's what we did. We went there for the dead of winter for that photo shoot we did. That was really cool.
So, Tom, tell me about the first time that you met Phil at Anchorage Mansion. What'd you think about him?
I kind of ignored him. No, I mean, I don't have a problem with anybody, but like, I didn't really know him. I jumped up and gave him a big hug and kiss. Well, like, buddy, how you been? I don't know.
I think he was flirting with all the women in the gift shop. That's how he got us in the basement.
It could have been anybody. I would have been like, how you doing? It got us down there, didn't it?
No, but actually, the more I spend time with him and talk to him, he's a pretty cool fucking dude, actually.
Thank you, brother. Love you, dude. You're fucking awesome, man. Oh, man. Yeah, it's just fun, though, because, like, with something like this, you can, connect with people who are brand new, like, just as fast. And it's like you've known them for years. I love it. Sure. And I've known Sean for 5 years. I've known Tom for Christ, like 6-7 months now. And I'm close to both of you guys. It's awesome, man. I don't, to me, like, connection doesn't have to be based on timeline. It's just all based on personal experiences. So
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
same
man.
thought, same activity. You know what I mean? We definitely
absolutely
connect as a group.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's all a big family to me. We're not just people who are just, out exploring the paranormal. It's just a family, that's how I've always viewed it. Not to kiss your guys' ass or anything. Well, partially it's because of that,
but we all bicker like family too.
Yeah, we do. We're a bunch of fucking weirdos, mainly me, but hey. We have a good time because you have to, especially with dealing with very, touchy, subjects like this. I mean, people don't sometimes want to deal with, trying to find out what it's like to, go on the other side or anything, but you gotta have fun, I mean, how many TikTok videos have we made already, for God's sakes,
We got to get Tom on some more of those too.
Well, my health's improving and, I'm feeling better. Time to get back in the game, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. How you been feeling lately?
Well, my sugar dropped last week because I'm a diabetic, and was found unconscious, unresponsive in my bedroom.
Oh man.
It's kind of weird because I woke up and they were like, I was surrounded by paramedics and all these people pumping this sugary fluid into my arm. And I don't know. It's kind of weird. Because, like, when I had that episode up the cabin where I was missing for like 4 or 5 hours, you know, I was unconscious then too. And they say like you have no concept of time and all that when you're dead. Not saying I was dead because I was breathing, but you know, it happened so quick, and there was like 4 or 5 hours of missing time that I can't even. It's not like it's just weird, I guess.
No, exactly, man. But you know, the fact that like, you know, even just like, you know, talking to you now, you're in good spirits, and you know, it's just you kick ass, man. I mean, shit.
Well, you know, I could sit around and feel sorry for myself and shit, but that ain't gonna do me any good.
No, you just keep on going, man.
Yeah, it's good that you have a positive attitude about it for sure.
Hell yeah, man. Absolutely. You know, because you got like, you know, everybody else who, you know, freaks over about, you know, being like, you know, sick with like sinuses, you know. and there's people out there dealing with like so much worse. I'm like, wow, I'm the biggest wimp. You know? but yeah, man, you're kicking ass, brother. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
I've actually had like 3 strokes in the last few months, and they said the last one, if it was a little bit to the left or something, I would have lost like the whole left side of my body, my arm, my leg. You know, I'd be crippled, and you know, life's short, man. Do what you got to do.
Oh yeah. So whenever you start flicking people off, start using the other arm from now on, you know? Oh man.
All right, Tom, I got a question for you. Fuck, marry, kill. Lorraine Warren, Marie Laveau, Lizzie Borden.
Who the fuck?
What are you talking about?
You ever heard of the thing fuck, marry, kill, where you gotta
that wasn't even a question. You just start burning out names.
No, you gotta pick which one you would fuck, which one you would marry, and which
wait,
one.
Whoa. Aren't half of them dead?
Yeah.
What am I, a necrophiliac now?
I mean, all 3 of them are dead, I think. Yeah, they definitely, all 3 of them are dead.
Oh my God.
I'm saying hypothetically. You never heard of fuck, marry, kill? Phil, you had to heard of this game before.
Can I at least throw them in a microwave and warm them up first?
I mean,
Oh my God.
do you know who your choices are?
I don't know, man.
You sick bastard.
We got Lorraine Warren. You know who Lorraine Warren is?
Yeah, I know who she is.
You know Marie Laveau. She was like the voodoo queen in New Orleans.
Okay.
And then Lizzie Borden. She was the one that hacked up her dad and mom and all that shit.
Well, she got more than one gas, so I'd probably have to fuck her.
So which one you marry and which one you killing?
Oh.
I'd take the one with all the slits in her for sure. Who would I marry?
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
I knew this would be a good question to ask Tom. That's why I figured.
I don't know. I guess Lorraine Warren I'd marry. What's my other one?
Marie Laveau. It's the voodoo queen.
And what am I going to do with her?
You got to kill her, I guess. Those are your 3 options.
All right, I'll kill her.
All right.
What do these chicks look like?
You don't know what they look like?
I forget.
Well, Lizzie was the youngest of the 3. Lorraine, obviously, you know, she's older.
As long as she ain't jailbait.
Well, I mean, I guess she lived actually to be old, but I'm saying when she like murdered them, she was still, I don't know if she was a teenager or early 20s. I think she was a little bit, maybe early 20s, but I'm not positive.
Oh, man. See, now, Tom, you have to get Sean back by asking him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know. Like, he totally caught me off guard on that one.
Oh, God.
I'm a married man, Phil. You're trying to get me in trouble.
Hey, I have a girlfriend too, so I'm out. Oh my God, we're sick people.
Time to move on.
Okay, Tom, here we go. If you were to actually spend the day with one actor or actress, dead or alive, who would it be? Coffee, whatever you want to do, one night stand, anything.
Wow, that's a tough one too.
Yeah, right.
I don't watch many movies and things.
Or even TV too. You know, I mean,
I don't watch much TV either. Let me think.
what the hell, man?
Who's that chick who played in Speed who was married to that dickweed for a while?
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, I like her. I mean, she ain't like super pretty or anything, but her personality seems pretty cool.
My brother always had a crush on her too.
She's a hottie.
Just something about her, I think. I don't know. I think I could get along with her, put it that way.
Oh yeah, she seems very intense, but I like that. You know. Yeah, that was that movie Speed. I think her and Keanu Reeves were in that movie. They were just babies. Yeah.
Wasn't Dennis Hopper too, wasn't it? I think wasn't he the best?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, he was such a bastard in that film. God rest his soul. How about you, Sean? Who would you spend the day with if they were alive or dead, famous wise or?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that easy of a question.
I mean, there's some like, I don't know. Are we talking about actors or actresses or what do you mean? Like, do you want just somebody to chill with or?
Yeah. I mean, if they were famous, I'll just say that. You know, it can be anybody, actor, actress, athlete, you name it, anything you want.
I don't know. I think like Robin Williams would have been cool to hang out with.
Oh yeah, I love that man.
Yeah, it was so definitely was off the wall. I guess I like women more.
Like I said, I'm married. I ain't trying to get in trouble, so that's what I'll just say.
You always tread lightly. Did you ever watch his stand-up comedy? He is a nut. Oh my freaking God. He's like, people know him from the movie Jack, that whenever that came out, but like his stand-up comedy, it's like F word this, F word that. I'm like, holy hell. But he was good. He was just such a fast deliverer when it came to his lines.
Yeah, he's very good at like improv and stuff too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I was telling you, he recorded, I think, over 7 hours of improvisation whenever they were making the Aladdin movie that came out back in like 92 or something like that.
Yeah.
Just, that's insane. I mean, that takes a lot of just brain power to do something like that.
See, I could just hang out with him as Mrs. Doubtfire since you want me to hang out with a woman.
Oh my God. Oh, shit.
Caitlyn Jenner and shit.
I miss that man so much. It's only good ones are leaving. God dang it. Oh man, that's I tell you what, though, once we go to the Ohio State Reformatory, one of my main objectives is trying to meet Grant Wilson from Ghost Hunters. I've been wanting to meet that guy forever.
I don't think he's going to be there. I don't think.
No,
I don't think he was on the list.
What the hell?
Well, your dreams are shot again.
I'll get a poster and you can take a picture with him if you want a Grant Wilson poster.
Oh, well, you hear that, kids? My life is over. Ghost Brothers it is then.
I never even watched that show. I heard it was good, but
yeah, they're funny for sure.
I never watched it.
They have a couple shows now. They have like a Lights Out Ghost Brothers one, and then they have House Guests, and then they have that one with Jack Osborne. I can't remember what that one's called, but they have a couple shows.
Oh, Jack Osborne. I remember that kid.
Well, he has that Portals to Hell, and then he had that other one with Ozzy, which that shit was hilarious. The one with Ozzy and Sharon in it.
Oh, really?
It was a paranormal show, but I don't remember what it was called. They would like analyze, like kind of like how the new Ghost Brothers one is. They'd analyze evidence and like see if it was real or not, and like what they thought about it.
Yeah, they would rate the videos and whatever.
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't know Jack Osborne was actually involved in like the paranormal and stuff. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, he was actually at Trans Allegheny too on the one Portals of Hell, and he got a lot of stuff in that bedpost room, which Tom, like we got some stuff in there too.
Yeah.
Oh man. Did you get to meet him like personally, or
no? He wasn't there. I'm saying we've been there. Same similar experiences in some of the rooms he was in.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
he'd be an interesting guy to chill with. I'm not a big Aussie fan much anymore, but it's just whenever it comes to like a rock star's kids, I was like, you wonder what they're like. Are they like their dad or whatnot, or like their crazy mother? But
talking about that, what's your musical taste, Tom?
I guess I'm more of an 80s guy because that's, I grew up in the 80s. It kind of like, Motley Crue and all those people. But
we're definitely going to, when we're at Mansfield next week, when we're at the Airbnb, we're going to get you drunk and have you sing a song for us.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Oh,
I do have a karaoke machine. I should bring it next weekend.
You should. I'll
sure.
karaoke.
I'm
down for karaoke.
All right.
Shit, heck yeah, man. That's I never knew you were a Motley Crue fan, Tom. That's really cool.
Well, it is what it is. I hate the new music. I never liked rap. I don't know.
Yeah, some of that rap
I
stuff.
don't want to sit there and listen to jazz and shit. You're gonna blow your fucking car horn as far as I'm concerned.
Tell us how you really feel, Tom.
Yeah. Oh man, some of the new rap is just, I don't mind rap music. I love the old school stuff. That's where it's at for me.
I'm definitely 90s rap's definitely the best for sure.
Yes. It was much more organic and thought-provoking, which is kind of weird to say about rap, but it had some soul to it. I think my biggest issue is just with the rap of now, where the music videos, they're all the same. Let's see how much money I can flash, and all these chicks who in their bikinis. I'm like, really? I don't know.
It's always been like that though. It's always been like flashy. It's part of the whole genre, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, you have like Sir Mix-a-Lot and stuff like that back in the day, and like all it was like titties and money and shit like that. Yeah, I'm surprised Tom can't get behind that, because I thought he's all about titties and money.
No, music.
Oh man,
I don't want to hear about it. Put it that way.
Oh shit. Have you gone in, and do you go to concerts at all, Tom, or concerts not your thing, or?
I've actually been to a few country concerts, like Toby Keith, and that Kenny Chesney came down the arena or whatever a few times, and I actually have tickets for the Motley Crue, Joan Jett, and all that, which is postponed again. They were supposed to come in July. And, but the last concert I went to, I think, was Guns N' Roses down
at Hinesfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was walking with my kids, and this good-looking girl comes up to me, and she's like, I got a picture of me and you from some country concert like 3 years ago. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. She's like, she pulls out her phone, shows me this picture of me and her, which I didn't know her from a hole in the wall. And I was like, holy shit. I mean, there was probably like 50,000 people down there, and to run into some, I don't know.
Damn. Well, as long as she doesn't have a kid with her that looks like you, I think you're okay.
No.
Yeah, right. Isn't that weird though? Like, you meet somebody and then they know you, but you're like, what?
Yeah, I'm terrible with that.
Talking about the whole kid thing, Tom's about to be a grandfather. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Look around mouth. Woo!
Yeah, we need the little like fake clap thing or whatever, you know. Our budget ain't there yet.
Yeah. Oh well. Background noise.
Yeah.
Do you know if it's a boy or girl yet, or?
Definitely a boy, and my daughter Courtney, and she's due July 4th.
Oh, nice. On 4th of July.
We're gonna start calling you Grandpa Tom.
Pappy Tom.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Congratulations to you, brother.
For sure.
I had nothing to do with it.
You helped make the one that made her, or you helped make the one that made the kid. So, oh man, kids are cool.
We just got to get Phil a kid.
Yeah, I don't know. The way I looked at it is my kids get laid more than I am, so I'm like, it's
I'm happy I wasn't drinking coffee whenever you said that. I was going to say it all out. Oh, this is great.
So, Tom, we know that Dracula's Castle is one of your bucket list haunts. What about another one, though? Because I always ask this question.
I think Alcatraz would be a pretty cool place to go.
Yeah, I agree.
Not even only because it's like an island. That would be cool because you're like surrounded by water and all kinds. No way of getting off. No way of escaping. And then what's that place with the dolls?
Yeah, Island of the Dolls in Mexico.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, for sure.
You and your dolls, man.
I'm sure you would take one of the dolls from the island too.
No.
I kind of wanted one of them ones from that one place, and I'm like, man. But I wouldn't steal anything. I always ask if I could have it. Because I got things from, every place we've gone, I've gotten something. And I've gotten things from homes, and
do you have like a collection in your house, or where do you keep all that stuff?
I got like this big Buddha thing. It's like 3 feet tall.
Okay.
And it's like a statue that I got from a guy who rented an apartment on the first floor. He nailed the door closed and led up to the second floor, and I went up there, and it was sitting there by itself, and he's like, I'm scared to death of that fucking thing. I'm like, he's like, get it the hell out of here.
Oh, man.
Now, with you collecting stuff like that, do you have anything happen at your house because of it?
No, not that I know of. I mean, I actually have a few things sitting here. Like, this one girl was doing these spells. She was burning candles and doing all this weird shit. And
oh wow.
She had this that she would do all her rituals on.
Okay.
And she's like, can you take this? I'm like, you sure you don't want it? She's like, too much bad shit's happened and this, that, and
now is that a pendulum board? That's what it looks like.
No, I don't know. I guess it's like, here, we'll look at it again.
Okay. Tom, talk so it shows up on you.
I guess maybe because it has like yes, no.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
But she would like burn candles and probably still has wax on it.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite souvenir that you have in your collection?
I have things that I don't want to get people in trouble or myself. You know what I mean? That pretty fucking badass, but I do have a few favorites, but I can't really tell you here.
Do I know what they are, Tom? Like, was I with you?
The one place we were at twice last year.
Okay, yeah. I think I know one of the things you're talking about.
And then I got another one from another place we were at twice last year.
Okay.
And then, but like a lot of these places are old and dilapidated and falling apart. So what I'll do is maybe just grab a piece of wall or a piece of wood or like a piece of the original building itself that's fallen down or like just laying there, you know. I do have a cordless sawzall, but I don't want to like make it too obvious.
That's really cool, man.
But
Hey.
like I have this. This was like a woman was calling me all the time saying and sending me videos of things flying around her house, and she had a piano. And you know, we heard the piano playing, and she wouldn't go down in the basement. I went down and I seen that sitting down there, and I'm like, she's like, the people that used to live here actually left it there. I'm like, well, can I have it? And she's like, yeah. But it's pretty cool stuff, man. I don't know, like, I owned that house in Brookline, and I had a lot of stuff going on there. We heard screams, you know, we had shit flying across rooms.
Yeah. Did you ever hear the story, Phil, with the binder and Luke?
Mm-mm.
Something about telling that story, maybe?
Yeah. Anyway, Luke was sitting in the living room at the coffee table. I was kind of standing in the archway, and he was doing his homework. There was a binder there, and all of a sudden, a binder basically flew across the room like somebody come up and swatted it. And he looked at me, and I looked at him, and I'm like, I don't know. But I'm also a hunter, so I had like a deer head and an arrow, like in the antlers, and the arrow flew across the room. I had a little boy walk up to me and said his name was Billy. And I'd seen like full body apparitions. My kids would come down and be like, what do you want, Dad? I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, weren't you calling us? And I'm like, no. And, you know, and I looked on the deed, and I don't know if you guys know this, but on your deed for your house, there's a book and a page number. And you go down to the book of records, and you look up that book and page, and they pull out the book and page, and they show it to you, and that shows you the previous owners. And then on the top of that one shows another book and page, and they can make copies. But I went back to where Samuel Boggs in Pittsburgh Cool actually owned a property. It was like handwritten in calligraphy from like 1880. And it was pretty cool stuff, man.
So which street did you live on in Beachview that was where that was?
It was actually Brookline. It was called Levitt Street.
Okay.
It was like the last house on the left.
Okay.
And, you know, we owned a couple acres, and there was really no one around.
Okay. Because I told you I had experiences when I lived in Beachview at the old house. I used to live on Orangewood, the same street as Venucci. And our house was actually the first house built on that street.
Yeah, I know mine was dated back to the early 1900s. And, you know, and back then they had, you know, I heard they had like wakes in the living room because they didn't really have funeral homes and shit back in those days.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'd like have dead people in your living room and whatever, but.
Talking about Beachview, Brookline, and all that. I mean, I know I went to Brashear. I knew you went to Brashear. How was that? Were you one of the first to graduate from Brashear? Or?
I graduated in 85.
Okay.
You know, that was back when they were shipping everybody from the hill, you know, Homewood.
Yeah, they still did that when I was there too. I think they still do.
But I don't know. I know like my senior year, I was suspended for starting a riot. But
I can see you doing that.
I thought you would be suspended for like running down the hall naked or some shit.
Nah, that was a ninth grade. This was
Oh my God. How did you start a riot? Like what made you want to start a riot?
Okay, so now, I don't want to be too racial here, but anyway, a buddy of mine, we were seniors. He just turned 18, and his little brother was in ninth grade, and he was the type that would like people would just pick on him. So I guess these black kids jumped him, beat him up, and he said, I kind of knew his brother, the little one, and they kind of came to me. They're like, "Can you help us out?" And I'm like, "I'll work something out." So started talking to all these white kids in school, and I'm like, I told them what happened. So we kind of like went on. It was like north and south back then. There was like the whole thing was high school. So when you went into like north entrance, like the far right hand part of the school, we blocked all the steps. We blocked the door, and we told these kids were like, this is bullshit. Don't let it happen again. So I'd say like the next day I'm standing in the hall and this kid comes up to me and he's like, "Oh, I heard your boys want to fight my boys." I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, you name the time and place." He's like, second lunch or something like that.
Meet me at the flagpole at 3.
I actually had auto mechanics back in the day. Not that I know shit about cars, but I had to kill time. So I had like 50 or 60 white kids, and we were one end of the building. I actually got up out of class, like this bell rang for second lunch. I'm like, "We gotta go." So we all left class, and all them police pulled up, and I don't know.
I would have paid to see that happen. I don't know why.
And then the thing is, the principal back then was black, and he drove a pink Cadillac, right? And he's like, and he actually came running out of the building. He's like, "Who's in charge here?" And I'm like, "I am." Meanwhile, all the other kids are running. So he takes me into the office, me and a couple other dudes stuck up with me. He's like, "Well, how come I only caught you and a couple of white kids?" And I'm like, because he was kind of like a racist fag to begin with. And
we're gonna have to cut a lot of this, Tom. You're going a little bit off the rails here. I mean, you can tell us the story, but I'm probably not gonna have a lot of this shit on here.
Oh shit.
So anyway, I was like, well, first of all, I said they cannot run me because you guys can run faster. And I said, and you're worried about your little pink fucking Cadillac sitting out there. And whatever.
So Mikey, you're gonna have to cut this shit for us. So,
hey, you asked.
I didn't ask. Phil asked.
I was curious.
You got Phil over here looking like a skinhead, and you got Tom over here talking about racial shit.
Oh my god. Speaking of which, I got to shave this all off again. Oh, that's so funny.
Do you want to know how I conceived my kids too?
That'd probably be a cleaner story.
Had a rooftop involved.
Oh my god.
Now I'm curious.
Yeah, me too.
Let's move on to something else.
Oh man. Oh, if you weren't doing like paranormal, what would you be doing? Yeah, I know, right? Figure something light.
I wouldn't be a cop. I don't know. I mean, I like hunting. Yeah. I like the outdoors. I like just, I know there's that place in Pennsylvania that claims there's a bunch of Bigfoot sightings and shit. Trying to think what it's called. I told you about that, Sean. Do you remember what it's called?
Not in Pennsylvania. I mean, I've been to Salt Fork Lodge, which is in Ohio.
No, this is in Pennsylvania. I might have it written down somewhere.
Well, your brother's real big into that stuff, ain't he?
Well, my brother-in-law claims that he's seen like Bigfoot up by our cabin. He was fishing, and like across the lake there's like a power cut, and he said he's seen something walking across that. And I don't know. I mean, I guess I believe in that stuff. Why not?
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing that one of these days. Maybe go looking for that type of stuff. I don't know if I believe in it or not, but I'd be cool to. I'd check it out for sure.
Yeah.
I wonder, what are your guys' thoughts on that one show about Bigfoot? Like hunting Bigfoot seems kind of, I don't know, entertaining to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, they come up with some stuff, but nobody, I don't know why nobody's really got an actual good photo of it with trail cameras and, all the technology today. You would think somebody would come up with something other than a footprint or something.
I don't know if I've ever seen Finding Bigfoot, but that other one, Monster. It's like a bunch of like hillbillies.
Oh, is that them hillbilly assholes?
Yeah. They like hunt all these different things, but they never end up like actually getting anything.
They got the worst camera guy because, they'll be like in a shack and the thing's on the roof jumping up and down or beating on the walls. And they have no footage of it. Then they all jump in a quad or something, hoot and holler, you scream. There ain't anything within 100 fucking miles of those dickheads. But whatever. I mean, it's entertaining, but that's all it is.
That's how I feel like half these like ghost hunting shows, even Ghost Adventures with Back Zaggins,
Back Zaggins.
It's just fun to watch. I mean, it's just, even like if some of them were so like over the top and hokey, you just have a good time. It's, oh, we saw something, but where the hell is it at? I don't know. We're freaking out too much. Yeah. But yeah, it's fun to watch. It makes you, it's just like the overreactions of some of them. I'm like, really, guys, really? But hey, where did you say that Bigfoot location was, or that's supposedly?
I don't know. I'd have to find my glasses. I think I have it written down somewhere. Go ahead, just keep talking.
So why don't you talk about I mean, me and Phil, you obviously we all know, but what's upcoming for Bumping the Night Society?
You asking me?
Yeah, you're the guest.
Okay, so we're doing that Paracon or Parapsychon or whatever the hell next week. Then we're doing you guys tell them.
Yeah,
I got shit to do.
I gotta look at my damn calendar.
It's all suck.
I write shit down. I can't remember anything.
We got Dead Man's Hollow in June.
Yes, we got Dead Man's Hollow in June. In September we have.
You skipped August. August we have something.
Oh yes, I have it written down. Bear with me here.
It's actually on my mom's birthday. That's why August 21st.
Wait, what is it? When do we have August 21st? Shit.
I'm asking you. You tell me.
I have it written down. Oh my god.
You guys don't know where the hell we're going. I'm just gonna give you guys a random location, and I'm gonna go to the actual place.
Oh, you bastard! Oh yes, we will be in Moundsville Penitentiary.
No.
What? No.
August 21st. Do you have that written down?
I did not.
That's Madison Seminary.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, thank you.
Yep. Then what do we have? September 11th. That's Loveland Castle.
Yes, September 11th, Loveland Castle. God, I'm a terrible organizer.
Then November 19th, right? That's what you said Moundsville was? Yeah.
I
Yes,
just
yes.
rely on that group text because I don't write all that down, man.
Sorry,
and, I,
folks.
and I couldn't remember the name of the Bigfoot thing, so.
Which I'd like to stop up at that Cascade Park at some point. That's like up kind of by my camp if you guys ever want to just come out.
That'd be cool. Oh, yeah.
What's up there?
It used to be an old amusement park, and supposedly like somebody died on the roller coaster. I guess the woods are supposed to be haunted up there. And there's other like rides and stuff I think that are still like partially built.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, there's also a cemetery right in Moraine State Park, which it's known. I can't remember what it's called, but that's right by camp too. I'd like to go check that out sometime too.
That'd be really nice.
Yeah. Like I said, we gotta get a Gettysburg trip in at some point, maybe.
Yes. Over the weekend or something like that, you know?
I wouldn't mind going to Gettysburg again, but I'd kind of like to check out Antietam too, because that's not far from Gettysburg. I think that's in Virginia, though.
Okay.
But it's another Civil War thing. I've been to Gettysburg so many times, just trying to find somewhere else to go. But
talking about like the cryptid stuff too, like I know me and your brother were talking about going to Point Pleasant maybe, you know, for Mothman or whatever. Like they have their festival. I think it's in September. Like that'd be cool to go check that out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I went to that UFO festival or something last year, I think it was.
That's in like Keck or something, right?
Yeah, it's somewhere up near the cabin. And
yeah,
I went on a Sunday, which I'm kind of happy because they said all the people Saturday had like aluminum foil on their head. No, that ain't me, man.
I should do an interview as Luther up there.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't know.
I love that Luther character. Oh, shit.
All right, I got a question for you guys. Have any of you ever suffered from sleep paralysis?
I think I have many times.
I've woken up before and have seen shit before. So I guess so. Yeah. I mean, at my old house, the one in Beachview, like I remember as a kid, like seeing like a whole family standing at the end of my bed. Now I don't know if I was like dreaming still and woke up and saw something. And then also when I lived on Pauline in Beachview at one point too. And I remember like back in the day seeing something when I woke up at that house too, or it was a duplex, but yeah.
Right.
I've never like been like held down or nothing like that though, but I've seen shit like woken up and like, did I tell you, I told Phil about this actually, I think on the last episode, but I don't think I told you, Tom. You know how Jen was having like nightmares and stuff recently?
Yeah.
The one night I woke up and it was the same night, like I heard, it sounded like Jen was crying, like right next to me. And like, I said to her, like, what the hell's going on? I ended up waking her up. She didn't know what the hell I was talking about. And that same night I got up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night and I walked like the way our room is, like I'd get out of my bed, you walk straight and then you walk left and then the door's like right there. And I thought I was at the door and I was like, where the hell's the door? Like feeling all over the wall. I couldn't like tell where the fucking door was. Jen wakes up. She's like, what the hell are you doing? I was standing on her side of the bed, like just hitting the wall. Like I wasn't even in the right spot. It was fucking weird. And I don't know if it was something paranormal or what the hell it was, but it was weird.
That's crazy.
So what happened with your sleep paralysis, Phil? Because I've had it, you know, episodes, but I was just curious.
Yeah. This actually happened to me. I want to say maybe a month and a half or 2 months ago. Like, you know, it was really early in the morning. I was like, because I sleep on my couch a lot in the living room, and I can feel it like something happening. Like I got this ringing in my ear, you know, and it kept getting progressively louder, and I couldn't move my body, and I was like awake, but I wasn't. And then I saw a really thin, like orange arm, like kind of reach over and tap me on my shoulder twice. And then twice again. It didn't scare me or anything like that. Then I just like jolted my body, and then I was just like fine. It was just weird. Like I was dreaming, but I wasn't. It was, I don't want to say, like I said, it wasn't scary. It was just very like, what the hell? But I was just so out of it. It didn't even bother me. I just saw like a skinny arm just go whoop, bam, bam, you know. Yeah, it was, because I sometimes I'll switch positions. That sounds kind of bad. So I was like sleeping with my head head facing my door to leave my apartment, and it just happened like at like 8 o'clock in the morning. And it usually only happens if I'm like so dead tired, like I can't even move or anything. But yeah, there's been a few.
Do you realize you're in it, or you don't?
Yes, I'm very conscious. I'm very like aware that it's actually happening, because sometimes I even like, it sounds kind of weird, but if I start to feel like hear the ringing in my ear, I kind of just like let it go and hopefully it subsides. But then it gets a lot more intense to the point where like I'm like literally comatose on like, you know, whenever I'm sleeping. But then I somehow like snap back out of it and I shake myself awake and I'm like, okay, whatever. So it's never been like a frightening experience or anything, just kind of inconvenient, you know, because who wants to deal with that whenever they're, you know, out for the
Yeah,
count.
see, like mine were kind of, I don't know. You hear these like people that are sleeping, like aliens coming to invade them and then, you know, do things to them and whatever.
Yeah.
That's kind of how mine were. I mean, I've seen like figures and like my brain's awake, but my body's like literally paralyzed. You can't move.
So did you
Oh,
get
yeah.
probed in any of these?
Was your mind telling you no, but your body telling you yes? Oh man.
No, I mean, you know, I've seen beings in my room, and I remember this one was like this far from my face, and it was like screaming real loud, and I'm like yelling back at it. I'm like, "Fuck you! You ain't gonna get me." But I also knew that like if you could move like a finger or toe, you kind of snap out of it instantly.
Right.
And you know, I'd sit there and I'd concentrate, and you know, eventually I'd snap out of it. But that's some pretty scary shit because I listen to like a lot of these people that claim they were abducted and all this. You know, they have all these figures, and you know, it's kind of how it was for me. It's pretty scary shit, actually.
Oh, absolutely. You know, and it's a lot more prevalent now, like the older I've gotten. You know, I never dealt with it whenever I was a kid. It just happened to start now. And, you know, it's been like this for the last couple of years, but it doesn't like happen all the time. It's just very rare. You know, I don't know if this is how my mind decides it wants to screw with me, but I'm like, whatever. But that arm thing just, you know, yeah, it was just, I don't know, it was just tapping on me and I snapped out of it. I think it's usually caused by like stress from like work and all that stuff. And I get so mentally like drained. So then it just takes over and I can't really control it.
Yeah, I mean, I've read about it, and they say like stress and lack of sleep and exhaustion can cause it.
Mm-hmm.
But
You know, it's like whenever people get so tired, they start to hallucinate whenever they're awake and have, you know, see shadows.
I've had that happen before. I actually ended up in a hospital because of it. Because like
Oh,
back
really?
like the year that my dad died, it was a couple months later, and I used to smoke in that, and I was having trouble breathing. So like every time like I would fall asleep at night, like I'd wake right back up because I'd have trouble breathing. And I didn't sleep for like 3 straight days. It's actually what made me quit smoking, because I went to the emergency room and like it scared me so bad that like I quit smoking. And I was like I'm around 300 right now. I was probably that was the highest ever. I was at 364 at the time. So like I'm sure it had a lot to do with like smoking and my weight and everything and stress from my dad dying and everything. But like, yeah, I started going crazy. Like, cause if you don't sleep, like, man, you do start seeing shit.
It's bad, man. It's bad. Like I never actually been able to stay awake for an entire 24 hours before. It's never happened.
See, I've done that, like, especially as a kid, like, you know, I'd stay up all night and shit like that. But I was legit awake for like 3 days straight and it was terrible. Fucking torture.
well, did I do that experiment with all them people? They went fucking nuts. They kept them awake for like 2 weeks straight.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Like, killing each other, and
Oh.
I don't know. It was fucked up. I know that.
But you would think though, like, wouldn't your body just like automatically like shut down? Like, eventually it'd be like, well, if you're not going to go to sleep, I'm going to do it for you, kind of thing.
Well, see, like with me, when it was going on with me, like I would have a panic attack. Like I'd feel like I couldn't breathe, and it'd wake me right back up.
Yeah, panic attacks. I've known so many people where they can be like on cloud 9, and then all of a sudden just hits them. It's like
they even tried, like when I went to the hospital, they were going to give me something. I don't remember what it was, but something to like make me sleep. But the nurse is telling me, she's like, "Oh yeah, we've put people on this drug before, and sometimes they'll wake up like naked in the other room." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not fucking taking that."
Tom, I didn't know you were one of their subjects.
Like I was like living with my mom or something at the time. I was like, "Yeah, I'm good on that."
God, oh man. Waking up naked. That's never mind. That's crazy. You know, I always tell people, you know, the older quote unquote you get, this gets more challenging, you know. I mean, it's hell, just having you know, I've had sleep issues ever since I was a teenager now, and it's like, you know, I can't sleep a consistent 8 or 9 hours. You know, I set my alarm for like 8:30 to get up, and I'm like up by like 6, and I'm like, oh, 2 hours left. And now trying to go back to sleep is a pain in the ass. You know? Yet I'm usually the one on our team that starts yawning the most, which, damn, I got to break that habit.
I don't know, not to cut us short or whatever, but we're running a little bit late here.
Oh, it's already 9:04. Holy shit.
Yeah. We could still talk after we're done recording, but Tom, you want to give us a quick plug? Let us know where everybody can find us.
We're everywhere. We're like Instagram, Facebook, freaking all social media. I mean, like, well, this will be on YouTube and my tube and somebody else's tube that's probably fucking tied and everything else. But
Grinder and hooked up. Freaking Craigslist under the missed connections option.
But if you look up Celestial,
oh man, we have fun though doing these. We gotta start doing these.
What's the name of the group there, Tom?
It's Welcome to Night Society. I have it in my room, so there you go.
Hey, I wore this shirt specifically for this.
I have it on my hat right there too. You can read it.
Oh. That hat looks good. I like that hat.
Thank you.
Yeah. See, if I wear a hat and if I wear it front or back, I look like a douchebag. So,
so you're saying the hat's what's causing it? Nice try, Phil. Oh, that hat makes me look like an asshole.
Oh man, see, now I gotta get a hat because you guys wear hats. Now I think I should get one, or like a bandana or something like that. You know.
We'll talk about Phil's hat choices in the future. I don't know. Thanks for coming on, Tom. Bumping the Night Society.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's been a blast.
Remember, everybody needs a little bump in the night.
Hell
yeah. Don't sign off, guys. I'm just going to stop recording.
All right.
Oh, awesome. Are we